Honestly, dancing is like a big part of these talk shows. You got to dance. And our guest today, she dances. She's a comic too, though, but she has like a talk show. So we're going to talk about that today. Actually, lots to talk about with her. I got to say, man, Shanghai, Urain was just talking about this yesterday. He just messaged it somewhere to me, but he's talking about Shanghai. It's like, guy, what is Shanghai? You know what I'm saying? Have y'all seen the footage of in Shanghai, what they're doing with the lockdowns? Honestly, as someone who has a digital ashram, as someone who has an online ashram, sometimes I see what they're doing in Shanghai. I say, maybe we need some of that here, huh? Maybe if we locked it down, we got more viewers on the thing. I'm just saying. For online business, this is what happens. You get into online business during the pandemic, then you're like, keep it closed, keep it closed. Fix audio feedback. Oh my God, Bolt, you're telling me there's audio feedback? Natasha Razor, what's up? Thanks for coming. Fix audio feedback. So what's happening? You're getting double audio or something? Oh my goodness. Let me just check that. Oh, no. Oh, it's StreamYard. Hello, StreamYard. Hello, StreamYard. Hey, StreamYard, you better fix it. You fix this shit. Oh, it's fixed? Is that good? Amish may be trolling us. Bolt, no, dude. I'll tell you, it's, listen, we're here at StreamYard. Actually, it's a great service. It's an incredible service, I got to say. But can y'all hear me okay? Bolt says perfect audio. Okay, let me play a track now. Let's do the track. We already did that. If I had a news show on TV, this is the kind of music. Make sure you get funky with that music. Get funky with that music. Pure propagandist sound is back. Good job, dude. Good job. Riaz, no, we know why Coffeezilla's not here. There's actually a whole video about it. It's here on the channel. And you didn't do your homework, Riaz. So go watch that video. But right now, stay here and hit the like button. Pure propaganda sound is back. God is great. Natasha Razor, we can hear. God is great. Yo, can you hear the music too? Give me a thumbs up. Is the music going in there? Is music going in there? Yahooby trolling. Tony Detiente. It's the Amish show now. Get used to it. Yeah, baby. That's it. That's it. Yahooby. Look at Yahooby. Still not. Covey's working on a pump and dump. Calvin Picorni, what's up, baby? Thanks for coming. God is great. Bolt is here. Fix audio feed. Well, we already fixed it. There you go. David is here. Can't hear you. You were fine before, but here we have David Amish finally going to the dark side with the titty clickbait. Well, speaking of that, Tabit, I have a guest coming on today. Tell me if the audio is like bouncing okay. I can hear music. Cannot hear music. Shreya says I cannot hear music. But then you say, oh, the music is low. Hold up. Let that. It's at a low part in the beat too. Watch this. And can y'all hear that? How's that? Get funky with that music. Get silly with that music. God is great. It's Monday. We're starting the week. Woo! We're starting the week right. And our guest today is Angelica Scannura. She's going to be here in like 15 minutes, maybe. She's a comic, and she rips. Like, pretty potty mouth. I feel like we can ask her anything. How's that music, though? Wow, look at this music rip, dude. Wow, what an inspirational rip on this music. It is perfect music, dude. Oh my God. It's just like 75 and lower, DJ Williams. Damn, that's the track. It's 75 and lower by DJ Williams. Provided by Apple. Provided by, not Apple, sorry, YouTube. Oh, my bad. YouTube. Oh, algorithm, please don't get made. What a great track to take us into the show. MATLAB 2022 says, "What's up?" Yesterday, I did my loving kindness meditation, by the way. It was at this digital ashram. We did the loving kindness meditation. 3 trolls. It's loving kindness. Like, honestly, who has time to go and do trolling? They're putting in shifts. 2 guys came together, and they were trying to double troll. And I remember my Guruji, I go to another online meditation, and I was on another meditation, my Babaji's, and these trolls came in, and this guy's like swearing. He's like, "Fuck you, mom! I fucking hate you! I hate you!" Like, he's screaming in the middle of meditation, and they were so upset. Calvin Picorni says 499 episode with the immigrant section was great, was awesome, great chemistry. Yes, we're gonna be doing a lot of work with Abbas, and Abbas is coming to Podfest. By the way, if anyone's in Florida, let's see the Podfest website. Podfest, Florida, Podfest Expo. Yeah, and going forward, there was actually a producer on that episode, Dante Williams. So Dante Williams is going to be coming over on Wednesday. Right now we're scheduled for Wednesday, 11 a.m. And we're going to do a little look-see at the whole thing. Look at the analytics, look at the show. What are we going to do? How's it going to go forward? Topic systems, analytics, algorithm, everything, brother. But I was saying yesterday, yeah, I did my meditation, and like, trolls in a loving kindness. It's like, bro, just live your life. Don't worry about it. But it was good. I handled it so well. It was basically like handling hecklers. Like, I just ripped them, and then they were like, "Screw you, I hate you," and then they just left. I was just like, you can't hurt feelings of like a loving kindness person. They're actually technically supposed to just be like, "Oh, wow, you're such a loser that you think you have to do this with your life. You are loving kindness." You know what I mean? Like, that's basically all you can do. You can't really yell at them or something. It is just angry teens, man. Don't mind it, Amish. They like to troll. Yeah, Yahubi, some people just want to troll. Thanks for the super chat at Calvin Picorni. Yes, thank you, Natasha, for thanking Calvin. Calvin, appreciate you. Always supporting the ashram. But Calvin, as you were saying, yeah, Abbas is going to be more regularly coming on the show. I want to cut those clips as well. I got the time codes up this time. That's why the producer was there. Put the time codes in the thing. So you can cut through, say, okay, let me go back and see when Babaji Abbas and Babaji Amish, they were talking about this topic. Go back, it's in the thing. So that's very powerful. But yeah, thanks for coming, everyone. You are loved. You are appreciated. We have great guests coming on. But like I said, in May 26th, 29th, I'm going to be here. Abbas is going to be here. And we're probably I'm going to be opening the whole thing with my meditation, I think. That's like the plan right now. And then Abbas is like jumping in now. So I think with Abbas, what we're going to do is they have a whole section somewhere in the hotel where you can just live stream. So I think it's going to be Drip live stream 4 days and just like nonstop, just wacky ass people coming in and out. Because they give you a booth. You know what I'm saying? So we'll be there on the street, on location, talking shit. We can take shifts a little bit. We can do people on the street videos. We can do all kinds of stuff. Everyone's there for it. You know what I'm saying? It's a festival. So that's going to be sexy, I think. Everyone's going to be like ready to rip. That's what I'm assuming that place is going to be. It's going to be like everyone ready to rip. Let's do a rip and dip. And honestly, not to be a jerk, but every time I go to America, look, some of you guys are going to get mad, but every time I go to America and I do anything for any like comedy related thing, I always find that the people in America are like, they're a little small town. So I feel like we could we can rip it at the Podfest. You know what I'm saying? It might be a little, because America has that. It's like they have the low, like you go to some, like, okay, America has this thing where they make every city seem like a big deal in the movies, but then you go there and you're like, oh, you're closing at 11? Oh, this is not even a real city. Like, this is like, there's New York and California have those big cities that are ahead. Obviously, Texas, obviously, Florida has some cities, but then a lot of these cities are like, you know, you're in Phoenix, you hear about it in movies. Philadelphia, you hear about it in movies. Is it really like, it's not a Toronto level city? So then you know what I mean? Also, Canada, everyone in Canada has to go to Toronto only and can't go to TV shit. So every time we go, we're always like, not to be a jerk, but we always rip it. You know what I mean? Because also, yeah, like because over there, if you're ripping it, you're on TV. That's another thing. So it's like, we're always there and we're always like, yeah, people always love it. But anyway, I'm opening the thing with the meditation and then we'll both be there. I don't want to promise that we're going to do sets because that's technically getting paid and that's technically illegal. But here's the schedule. Yeah, no, it's going to be sick. I feel like half of y'all are like trying to be podcasters anyway, right? Right? Am I right? Am I crazy? Sumant Karyala always comes in and says, bless me, Babaji. I have sinned today. I bought Bitcoin just now. Dude, how could you not buy something with Elon Musk ripping right now? What is that? Okay, let's remove that. There's actually two things I want to talk about before Angelica gets here. And then we're going to talk about Angelica, her career. She's ripping it as she actually just to give you a little just to get you a little warmed up here. Let me show you what Angelica's got over here, what she's working with over here. So basically, she made her own website. It's called Angelica's Daily Thing. Daily Surprise. Look at this. Graphics tight. It's like basically like a talk show. And obviously, she must be signed with someone in Canada because she has like a whole set and everything. But yeah, you can basically sign up for her website and you get a daily thing. But I think she's working with the local TV thing because like, you know, like what is all this? This is a set. It means production. Big money. Babaji knows. Babaji knows when I see production budget. And that's a production budget right there. And we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. And we're going to talk about how we can go over there maybe. You know what I'm saying? But that's going to be sick in a second. I did want to talk about this. This is like proof that Asians are like just... I never thought I could say someone's too nerdy. Because generally speaking, I think nerdiness is a good thing. But then sometimes I go, you know what? It's time to stop being such a filthy nerd. And not to say filthy, like it's filthy, but it's like, come on, man. Are we really this much like just down for the government to take shit over? But I guess they don't really have much of a choice. Let's watch this.
Next story is from Shanghai, China's biggest Wuhan virus hotspot.
By the way, is that double audio? Tell me if that's double audio.
Biggest hotspot.
I don't know what to do. It goes back and forth, but we're going to fix it.
1,000 cases were reported today in just one day, and it's a record high. But numbers don't even begin to describe the picture. Shanghai is struggling, so much so that China is moving patients out of the city. Tens of thousands of people have been transported, and these are people who tested positive. Why are they being moved out?
Okay. One person saying double audio, but it's Echo World. So Echo World, maybe that's just you in your head. No, but now MATLAB 2022 is saying double audio and then getting an echo, but sound I. Okay, let me just try one thing. For the community, let me try one thing for the community, okay? Let me try one thing. Okay, now tell me if you hear double audio.
Because Shanghai has no room for them. The quarantine centers are overflowing. So China is building more isolation camps outside Shanghai. According to one report, 30,000 Shanghai residents were sent to Zhejiang alone. That's what you get with zero COVID, zero success.
Can you all see? You can see this, right? No double audio, Babaji. Okay, sick. You caught me, brother. Oh, you caught me, brother. Echo World still hears the double audio, but everyone else, nobody else hears a double audio? That's sick.
Chaos. A fierce pushback has begun. Locals are venting on healthcare workers.
I like this. I like to see people in China fighting back against the machine. This is bullshit, man. But at the same time, okay, the humanitarian in me is saying this is bullshit. You have to fight back. Screw the government. What the hell are they doing? But then the podcaster in me is like, lockdown? Maybe we got to lock it down. You know what I'm saying? Maybe people need to be forced to stay inside on a sunny day like this. And by the way, thanks to everyone for coming. Love you. But on a sunny day like this, No lockdown. What? Who's listening to the podcast? Sometimes that thought goes in my head, but let's continue it.
Earlier today, we got a video. Take a look at this.
Woo! Woo! Dude, when Asians are Asians don't fight. Like I did a show actually on Saturday. Oh my God, this is crazy. Saturday I did a show and there was a fight in the comedy show. And I remember I was sitting outside and I was telling there's another Asian comic on the show. His name's Vong Show. Amazing comic. He's going to be on next week. Such a funny guy. And I'm talking to Vong outside and I was telling him like, I feel bad that I didn't go help in the fight. And Vong, you know what he says to me? He's like, don't get involved. Asian rules. Don't get involved. He's like, no. Don't get sucked into that's what they do. Asian rules. You don't get involved. He's like, why? So you get punched in the face? So good. Such a great guy. Really a community leader, Vong. Great community. I'll show you a picture of him in a second.
This time, even Beijing could not hide the public anger. Such outpouring of dissatisfaction is rare in China. What has made it worse is the heavy-handed approach of the Communist Party. I'm going to show you a video.
This is the nerdy thing that we haven't got to the nerdy thing yet. This is actually really sad. I didn't see them throwing her in like that.
But before I do that, I must tell you that this footage is graphic. We advise viewer discretion. And these images are from Shanghai. A man.
Damn, dude. That's brutal. That's like when they put out those TikToks in India saying that Muslims can't get COVID and they just started ripping on the doctors and shit. They're like, fuck you, back off. I'm Muslim, you idiot. I can't get COVID. What are you, stupid? They're swinging. That's this. Or like more throwing bricks over in India. This is a lot. The swinging, I'm actually surprised. India, they won't. It's like they're not coordinator for punching. Like they'll just pick up a brick and be like, that's all they did. They never like did like a fight like that. Almost, I always felt like maybe they're too nerdy. You know what I mean? Like it's not a fight. You know, it's very much like don't get involved kind of a thing, kind of attitude. But then you got this, and then you got this. And this is how you know that it must be really bad. Because unlike America, right? And not to say that it's okay, not to make any judgments or whatever, but unlike America, a lot of times here, it's like people expect to be oppressed almost a little bit. You know, like they're almost expecting, like, of course you're going to oppress me. Like it's China. They get it. But this is because like the starvation comes in and then your body starts... like you start getting mad. The hormones, the chemicals, they start going wild. Yeah. Starvations. You know, this is something to think about. Listen, I you know me, I'm loving kindness. I'm hoping for the best. I think the world's going to pull out of this, go to a good place. But when people say food shortages, I think a lot of people in the West aren't thinking about this. Food shortages leads to violence. Yeah, no, because I mean, like I said, if Asians are fighting, come on.
Tested positive here. He was taken away by the local authorities. While they were taking him away, his pet closely followed him. That's when a healthcare worker picked up a stick and beat the dog to death.
Forward.
Had visited Shanghai. He said officials must focus on eliminating cases, quote unquote, without hesitation. And here is what it led to.
Dude, you can't kill a dog. And that's it. You can't kill a dog. I remember years ago, I was watching this. I was watching this incredible best heckler line. Oh, I'll have to get back to you on that. But yeah. What was I going to say? I was at the show. Damn it! No, not at the show. I was watching the commentary for this movie, Payback. It's an incredible movie with Mel Gibson. I'm watching the commentary, and in the movie, it's an incredible movie with Mel Gibson, but he straight up beats the shit out of his wife in it. Like his wife is a crackhead, and he has to come home and smack her around. And like she was saying that she almost broke her rib. Like he like slammed her so hard against the stove. The actress was saying that she almost broke her rib or she fractured or something. It's a movie called Payback. Anyway, so I'm watching the commentary of this movie. There's literally a scene where Mel Gibson beats his wife and gets too violent to the point where he hurts the actress too. They're even talking about her too, whatever. But in the movie, there's a scene where someone like kills a dog, and these Hollywood producers, they watch the whole movie. They go, yeah, great. Love the movie. Everything's perfect. Okay. But you can't kill a dog. It's in the Payback commentary. Incredible movie. But honestly, no, this is very unlikable, China. This is very unlikable. I mean, I guess they're already eating. You know what I mean? Not to be rude. Anyone here from China? Or like, that's like legit, right? To say that like in China, they eat dogs. I feel like it's okay. Like, I feel like we're weird over here for not eating dogs. And for being like, oh, you eat dogs? Like, how could you do that? I feel like we're weird because we're like we'll torture a cow and a chicken for their whole life. But dogs are cute. And we're just like, come on, you can't eat a dog. So I think we find it offensive that people say that Chinese people eat dogs. But I think in China, they're like, yeah, of course we eat dogs. Like, why wouldn't you eat a dog? What's the difference? Anyway, this is the nerd part. And then Angelica's here. We're gonna bring Angelica on in 2 seconds.
Parents were separated from children if they tested positive. Pictures from the Shanghai Public Health Center are going viral. They're on your screens now. Reports say these are children whose parents tested positive. They were separated from their families and taken to a health center. These
things I always see as propaganda. I don't know why. Like, and honestly, it's because I just think the kids are so cute too. But anytime I hear something of like the children are separated from the parents, I'm so loving in my heart that I'm like, no one would do that. How could you do that? How do you pull the parent? No, dude, I don't know. This is India too, and they're beefing with China. So just saying. But it looks like I hope not. I hope not. This is the nerd shit that's coming out.
Apparently, there are 10 nurses taking care of 200 children. These are heartbreaking pictures. China says these children have now been reunited with their families, but multiple reports contest this.
Here's the problem with putting on kids when they're crying is for like in a 24 hours, for 2 hours, kids are crying. Like, so like, you know what I mean? That's why I just don't try. But at the same time, I'm very sad about this. But at the same time, I'm like, don't manipulate me. Okay. Like, it's already shaky, this part of the story. This is already shaky it's already shaky because already you're like, oh, the children have been reunited with the parents. And there was technically a nurse. So
claim. What happened to China's public health capacities? What happened to building?
It's just the kids are so cute. You got to it's good TV. Put in the kids.
Hospitals overnight. The entire health system is overwhelmed because of the Omicron variant. There is a serious shortage of food. We've shown this to you before.
Yeah.
How people are fighting for supplies in Shanghai. They're now protesting.
No, honestly, if Asian people are fighting, like, this is a lot. We don't fight. I'm saying we Asian, like, we don't fight. They don't fight. Like, this is no respect. There's no fighting. That's American shit. That's America. That's Europe. Just that level of like what is it called? What is it called? When you entitlement, like they just don't have it. They're almost expecting like, no, the government's going to press it. Like they expect it. This is a lot. This is starvation. The chemicals start getting wild in you.
Is trying to silence them. Here is a video that you may have seen. Shanghai residents protesting from.
Dude, they're just fighting with the lettuce. What the fuck? What is this fight?
Omicron variant. There is how people are fighting for supplies in Shanghai. They're now protesting.
Fighting over lettuce. Can you imagine the supply shortage? Dogs are obviously gone. They're fighting over lettuce.
And Beijing is trying to silence them. Here is a video that you may have seen. Shanghai residents protesting.
This is the nerd shit. And then I'm going to bring on Angelica. Angelica's here.
From their balconies demanding supplies. Suddenly a drone appears. Yes, a drone. And it makes an announcement.
What fucking nerd? This is science fiction, right?
Please comply with COVID restrictions. Control your soul's desire for freedom. Do not open the window or sing.
Do not. Please comply with control. It's just so on the nose. It's just so like, you do not have freedom. Please be. Stop. They're just like, stop thinking that you have freedom. You do not have freedom. Do not open the window and do not sing. It's not even saying like, do not hit someone or don't throw something over the balcony. It's like, do not sing. Fucking nerds, man. This is a big issue with Asians. It's like, we're such nerds that it's like,
please comply with COVID restrictions.
Easy to, you know what I mean? Like, it's easy. Then it's like, now it's too far now.
Control your soul's desire for freedom. Do not open the window. These people.
You can't even see the thing, but yeah. Angelica is here, but anyway, that's all I have to say.
There?
What's that?
Am I in the thing?
You're in, homie. What's up?
How long have I been in for? I was like blowing my nose.
Oh my god.
I have allergies.
It's fine. Don't worry. You're like small on the screen. Don't worry about it. Angelica, thanks for coming. You are loved. Appreciate you.
Control your soul's desire for freedom.
Isn't it so sad? I'm so sad for that.
That's what I'm going to yell at the audience next time I'm bombing, for sure.
Yeah, I know. Someone's heckling. He's like, control your soul's desire.
To shout.
Yeah, to shout.
Amish, you look like a fighter pilot.
Sick, yo. You like that?
Yeah.
I thought this looked like a turban, and I was at a show with Amy Cunningham, another comic in Toronto. I was at a show with her on Saturday. I told her, I was like, it looks like I'm wearing a turban. This is my community's head garb. And she was like, what's your community? Tech support?
Oh.
Good rip. It's true. I like it though. This has my headphone. This actually is headphones too. This, I can hear my phone.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's weird. So it is like a tech headband.
It is a tech headband. That's the thing that makes it so accurate. I can't even get mad.
I like it. I like the setup.
Yeah, sick. Thanks, yo. We're at my digital ashram.
Sorry, I got a text.
It's okay.
So this is your digital ashram? What do I do here? Do I purge all my negativity?
Yeah, no, normally I do loving kindness teachings here, but right now we just want to talk about the culture and see, it is like a spirit. I try to keep it spiritual on the service, but more comedy because we want to be silly and fun for the people. But yeah, here today what we do is we just talk about the culture.
Whoa, are you actually certified in meditation?
Yeah, from Harvard X University.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, when COVID started, I went on to the Harvard online website and I found their class for Buddhism. And yeah, I got the certification. Nailed it. Got it.
Nice.
$50 and you can have a certificate from Harvard too.
Oh, okay, cool. I'll do that after this.
Yeah, $50. It's a 6-week class. I mean, it's not, put the time in, study the class, whatever,
It just has an asterisk at the bottom. It's an affiliate of DeVry. It's like Harvard, not Harvard.
No, it just is. Look, this is it. This is the one I got. It's a Harvard Certificate of Achievement. That's it. Buddhism through the scriptures. Got it.
Okay.
You know what it says? Harvard X over. There's the X. It's an online.
The X always means something else. It means something's up. Like TED Talks, TEDx.
I'd rather not do a TED. Have you done a TEDx? You've done one, haven't you?
I have done a TEDx, yeah.
You're so hardworking. I love that.
Oh, I'm so hardworking.
Yeah. We got to talk about your show today.
Oh yeah, I'm on my set right now. I saw people commenting titty clickbait. That's what I'm doing. It's all titty clickbait.
Titty clickbait, right? I mean, that's where the money's at. You know what I mean? And I'm so glad that you're like cool enough. Can you imagine if someone's like, how could you say titty clickbait? But I know that you rip
my art. It's like, I don't care. I'm going back to basics.
100%. I mean, I love like your stand-up is filthy too. So it's like
actually, Amish, you haven't seen me perform in like 3 years though.
I saw you 2 weeks ago.
Did you?
2 weeks ago. Remember we did a show?
The back half of my set's filthy, but I've cleaned it up.
Oh, okay. Cool. Oh, so are you trying to go clean because you're doing this talk show?
No, I was doing a lot of corporate stuff during the pandemic on Zoom, so I had to.
Sick. This is a great website, by the way.
Oh, thank you. We launched May 1st, so a lot of the thumbnails are just inactive, but you get a little taste. And yeah, so if you want, you can sign up now, and then we officially launch May 1st, and it's like every day you get a new video. It's a surprise.
That's amazing. And every day it is like, it's kind of like a talk show and having like segments.
Yeah.
Like there's talk portions of it.
There are, like, if when you come on, who knows what we're going to do? We'll figure it out.
Right. But I would love to do a belly dance. I did a belly dance. You want to see it? Sick. I can do that. You think you're the only one? I don't have an ass that'll shake like that, but I can do it.
I don't have an ass either.
Oh, come on. Damn it. Hold on. What do you think? I'm not going to shake this?
Good luck with all those wires.
Oh yeah, I guess it is. I guess it is moving around a bit.
It is moving around.
You know what? I'm down to dance. I like that. And I actually already did your dance that you gave me.
Oh yeah?
On your website. Not that you gave me. Sorry. There was a dance on your website?
Yeah.
Hold on, I want to show you. There's great moves in it. I think it's very powerful teachings.
No, it's you break a sweat, you get a good workout. Every day is different. There's belly dance, there's Spanish dance, there's rope bondage, there's pole dance, there's weed cooking, there's regular cooking. Every day it's something different. We're having Puff Mama on. soon.
Oh, sick. Yo, give me 1 second. I'm hearing like a double audio here. Oh, there it is. Okay, sorry. You're having Puff Mama on soon. That's sick.
Yeah.
I just did a show for Puff Mama. She's a big comedy producer in Toronto for the people who don't know.
Shout out Puff Mama.
Shout out to Puff Mama. I did her thing recently, and it was great.
Do you smoke weed?
I love weed. Can you see that?
Oh, look at you and a boss.
What's up?
Adorable. Look at you guys.
Oh no! Wait a minute. No, it's supposed to share a screen. Hold up. Let me share the screen. No, because I did this dance in the morning. I did your dance. It was incredible. I think it's very good for the culture, honestly. Like, I think it's so good that you have dances. Oh my God. I don't know why it's not playing. It was supposed to share me doing the dance right there.
Oh my God. Did you tape yourself doing it?
Yeah, I have a tape of myself doing the dance and I had it ready. I don't have a production team here, but thank you for your
team.
Patience, everyone. Okay. Video file. Oh, it'll work if I do video file. Desktop.
How do I see comments as
here we go.
It happens here on this thing? Well,
you can see comments at the YouTube channel, or if you wherever you logged into this, the comments are there too, and you can share links with me.
Oh, here you are.
Yeah.
Ah, that's trippy. Sorry. Oh my gosh, look at you.
Yeah, I'm doing your dance. Like this whole dance you're doing, this is very powerful. Like first you're saying to shake the tatas, and then on the stomach you got to have this like that's very good for you, and I think the culture needs it right now.
It'll help you with all the loving that you do. You have so much love to the world.
I'm trying to spread love in this world, and honestly, loving kindness teachings, they're all about dancing and stuff like that. So tell me, like, what's the background of belly dancing? Like, what is it related to Islam, or is it related to Sufism, or is it just like its own thing? Like, what's the roots of it?
Well, it originated in Egypt, but it's like it's customary to have a belly dancer at like all events, which was so crazy because like I used to dance at super conservative Muslim events.
Oh, it's so funny.
And it would be so weird because I'm like, isn't this everything that you hate? But they like it in a way where the belly dancer is the beacon of light for your future.
I love seeing just an old conservative Indian man, awkward as fuck. And this happened to my dad too. We were at my cousin's thing and they had a belly dancer, and my dad's just like this. He's just like, okay.
There's a nice way to belly dance, and then there's
around him and just being like, woo, woo. Like basically it was like a lap dance in the wedding.
Yeah, no, it depends. If
not lap, but it was like coming up from behind, touching him and touching his head, and he's just like, okay. She did it to like 3-4 like old Indian men who were like, oh my God, okay. Very good dance. And she's just like shaking her head, bro. It's so silly. It's like one of my favorite, like go to an Indian event, and because they're so sexually repressed too, and then they come out and the women are just like, woo, woo, like they're doing like weird like Victorian shit too. And the men are just like, okay, thank you. Okay.
No, that's the craziest part about it is the cultures that have belly dancing are like the most sexually repressed ones.
Right. It's got to come out somewhere. You know what I mean?
It does.
It's got to come out somewhere.
I make sure I dance nicely at conservative events. It's more polite.
You know what? Every culture, like when it's sexually repressed like that, what happens is like some other part of the culture, they like become like weird. So with Jains have this too, where Jains are like super strict to the point where like you can't eat a fly. Like they'll put cheesecloth and like so the fly doesn't go in their mouth.
Oh.
And so sexually, I feel like it's very repressed, very nice culture, whatever. But like it's not like I love Dancing Bear, by the way. I think that's great. By the way, how does that work? You watch Dancing Bear?
I've seen Dancing Bear.
Okay, tell us about Dancing Bear. I gotta find this.
Well, it's porn.
Yeah, it's a great porn series actually, where this guy comes and he does like
bachelorette parties, and then all of the women are like sucking him, but not to completion.
Yeah, like he just goes around. I mean, because they're not all porn stars. Some of them just look like regular women, right?
I know. It's like, how did you pull this off?
I don't get it. I don't get how. Yeah, I don't get how they do it. But this is the.
Oh gosh, you've got a dancing. Oh my gosh.
No, but this is what happens. You repress the culture, it's gonna come out somewhere. And it's weird because belly dancing is this oddly like wholesome activity too, though.
That's actually footage from my last show, everybody. How did you get that? People are okay. I had some weed. People like weed. Yes, belly dancing is great to help digestion. You're telling me, holy moly, you do this for a living?
Yeah. I like that. That's very important work that you're doing. You know, the culture needs that. How about
you're constipated?
You're never constipated. You can't be constipated.
No, never.
No, never. It's always loose motion, loose exits for you.
Are you high? Somebody said Amish looks high.
Do I?
Are you high?
No, B. I'm here.
Do you smoke weed?
I do like weed. I love weed, actually. Do you?
I love weed. I fucking edibles.
Yeah, it's been very good, for like, even for creative work, I feel like it's good.
Yeah, so I'm excited to have Puff Mama here. She's going to teach me how to make gummies.
Oh, sick. Yo, I have Puff Mama's gummies right here. You want to see?
Are they little Lego pieces?
No, I'll show you. The last time I did a show for her, actually, no, she did send me money too. She did send me cash too. After, but like, it's so tough. Like, honestly, this business is so tough that like I did her show and she was like, "Here you go, Amish," and she just gave me a bunch of these. She said she made these. No,
she's serious. She makes a bunch of stuff now, and it's like, if she wants to pay me in edibles, that's fine. I don't care. I will happily do that.
No, she still paid me. She just gave this to us. I think she just made them. And when you make, when you make a batch,
are you just munching one right now, casually?
I am. It's very nice. That's what I remember. I honestly, now that you reminded me, I totally forgot that I had these, and I remember I had these. And
those would have been gone if they were at my place. Gone.
I'm responsible. I'm not gonna eat the whole thing.
That looks like your belly reloading farts. That's hilarious.
Could you? Oh, it sounds like you're reloading farts. Yeah. By the way, I have a soundboard now. Tell me if you can hear this. I have a soundboard. Sorry, I wasn't doing it on purpose. Could you hear that though?
What was it?
Okay, I'll play another thing. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
How can you say? Okay, that was fart meme sound. This is a really filthy one. I know. There's just so many. Sorry, I don't know. Like
me in the shower. That sounded wet. That sounded.
That sounded like it wasn't a fart. It sounded like you shit your pants.
Yeah.
Which I think is good for like a YouTube show. You know what I mean?
What? You just go places and you shit your pants?
No. If someone does a really shitty thing, I can do that.
Well, who was that guy that like used to super glue his ass shut and then take laxatives?
What a bit. You know what I mean? Like, what a bit.
Well, it's like, if you can't write, glue your asshole shut, take a laxative.
That's he's turning his life into like here's a premise for you. I got a bit. I got a premise. Glue my asshole shut, take laxatives, and then what does he do? Turn on the camera and he goes, "Let's see where it goes." I don't know.
I think he goes to like a Mexican restaurant or something.
I like people who do stunts like that.
I do too. I don't want to watch, but I like knowing that they're out there.
I respect it. You know what I mean? I respect it. And I'm like, good for you for like doing a little publicity, like doing an interesting, weird thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
One question that I had for you, and I do mean this out of all respect, and I mean this as an honor to your talent and
just
everything.
Say whatever. I don't care, man.
Have you thought about OnlyFans? Because I feel like you have the assets. You have what, you know what I mean? What's that?
This is my OnlyFans, what I'm creating right now, this app.
I know, but you might have to promote it with OnlyFans, though. You know what I mean?
Okay. Can I tell you? Yeah. I'll tell you. I did try to sell my dirty underwear online once.
See, that's what I mean. I was already thinking, like, if you had an OnlyFans, your levels can be like, okay, for $10,000, I'll send you audio of me taking a shit. And it's funny.
So
it's like
I had somebody offer me, they were like, hey, can you videotape yourself taking a poop? I'll pay you $100 a video.
Yeah, $100 a video.
And then I said audio only, and he goes, no, I want your face in there too. And I'm like, $100 of it.
I would say no to that. I think a good OnlyFans is if you go on there and you go, hey, what's up, you pieces of shit? What's up, you bunch of losers? What do you think? I did my makeup for nothing? Make a donation, idiots. Like, you're talking down to them, insulting them, and then they buy
I
whatever
feel
you
like
sell.
if you were me, you could handle the OnlyFans so much better. I feel like you're very enterprising in that way.
Yeah, I think I would do it totally like honoring you, and it's deprecating on them. It would actually be less self-deprecating than comedy.
I love how you preface everything by going, and this is honoring you.
I want to say this as an honoring of your female femininity. Have you tried OnlyFans?
my vessel.
Your vessel, your feminine vessel. You're as a feminine goddess. I wonder, have you thought about OnlyFans? Because then you could even set it up so that it's like all shit, whatever you want to do. You go, what's up, you pieces of shit? Today I'm gonna cut a piece of hair, and whoever makes the biggest donation, I'll send it to you. And then you can wake up every morning. Like that's what they do.
As easy as that might seem,
okay,
it's a very competitive market.
It is yes, it is.
No, like all these people that are successful at this stuff, they're also so like their bedside manner is impeccable. They're like, sweetheart, I'll talk to you. I'll do that. Like they just have a way. And I'm like, I don't know what to do. I'll send you my soiled undies and fuck off.
Yeah. But no, you can't have the video in the thing. Like that's a step too far, I'd say. It's like, just cool it with that. No.
Yes, thank you. This app is free and will be behind a paywall, but it is a wellness and lifestyle body honoring app.
Yeah, let's take a look. This is it. Angelica's Daily Surprise. It's sick, yo. It looks great. No monthly fee yet. But let me tell you, and I was telling the people before you came on that when I look at this, I'm in the business. I'm here in the business. How come I'm not in? Browse. Let's see.
Because it's not launched yet. So there's stuff that isn't going to actually be there. See, okay. And it's not launched. So
that's fine. I am going to say this. I feel like when I see this website, I know that there's a budget here. Like, this isn't your bedroom. This is a studio.
No, it's not my bedroom. It's my fake bedroom. I'm here right now.
Yeah, you're here. No, sick, and I love that. And it's like, what's the company behind? There's got to be.
I'm at the Zoomerplex in Liberty Village.
Right. So Zoomer is the same company that owns basically one of the biggest Canadian TV like channel owners in our history. I'd say like, probably one of the biggest. Moses Znaimer, he's the owner of it. He made City TV from scratch. He made it doing very interesting. He actually made vlogging before vlogging. Isn't that interesting?
No, I know. Speaker's Corner. That was the first vlog, right? Now,
yep.
Sorry, go on.
No, go ahead.
No, and now it's like we're getting into the app world. When the pandemic started, I was like, we need to make an app, and it took 2 years, but we're doing it now. And so we took the set from 22-minute workout.
Sick.
It's the same room, and we turned it into an apartment. So it's pretty exciting.
This is amazing. Honestly, I love the set. I like that you have like cool stuff here. You have the bed here, and I do think it's an important show. It's like you're teaching belly dancing, which the culture needs. I've been saying for like a year or two on the show that like people don't dance here. There's no culture.
It's not just belly dancing; it's regular dancing. I have a hip hop teacher come on. There's one of my close friends choreographs music videos for Nickelback.
Yeah.
Oh, that's George Rivard teaching me how to break dance, who's also an amazing comedian. So
George Rivard knows how to break dance. He was on the show I did on Saturday too.
He's a really good breakdancer. So I had him in. He taught me 2 breakdance classes, which I absolutely sucked at, but it was a great fitness routine. Yeah. And then I had a hip hop teacher come in and teach me how to do hip hop, and it's amazing. All over the place. So that if you want to like work out, you can. If you want to cook and eat all kinds of bad, good things, then you could do that. And and then I've got like cosplayers in. My dad teaches me how to paint. I tied up Jam Easy. Sometimes my mom hangs out. And we do stuff together. So it's like it's all kinds of stuff.
That's great stuff. I like that you're working with the culture and the community, and you're bringing people on to do stuff. I think that's beautiful. So when can I get on the show? Can I get on here? Or what's up?
Yeah, no, I want you on. We were actually going to try to do it. Remember, we talked about it for a sec. Having you here today, but then we just got like the Wi-Fi working properly.
Right.
So today was like, okay, let's do this, and then we'll have you in.
Perfect.
To be a guest. I don't know. What do you want to do? You're gonna do laughing meditation with me?
Oh yeah, we could do laughing meditation, and that was one of our topics I sent you. That's right. We got to talk.
Yeah.
That laughing meditation. What a great Guruji that guy is. He's
Oh
so
my god, he's amazing. I'm gonna try it. We should try it. I feel like fake it till you make it, right?
Well, okay, here's the thing. I know a bunch of people who do stuff like this, and what they basically say is that initially you're not into it, and then once you start laughing so much, you just start laughing.
No, you can't stop laughing.
Yeah, and it is yoga for the heart.
Exercise for the heart and mind. What you can do, just laugh. Very easy. Don't feel shy.
You know, it just as a comedian though, I just feel kind of dumb that like I write jokes. You know what I mean? It's like, are we stupid? Like we actually write jokes to get a laugh, but this guy's advanced level, he's enlightened. He's like, why do you need to write jokes? Just tell him to laugh.
Yeah, no, do that and do that while gluing your butthole shut and taking laxatives. It's like, who needs to ever write a joke again?
Yeah, true. I mean, he's just like, go direct to the story. Wait, what do you want to laugh? Just laugh.
I feel like we need to get you this like gold outfit.
This outfit?
Yeah.
I like that it's like shiny.
I'm happy, I'm relaxed.
That's very bold too. Like his mantra is, I am happy.
I'm relaxed. I'm happy, I'm relaxed. I'm happy, I'm relaxed.
I feel like you're brainwashing yourself a little bit.
I'm happy, I'm happy, I'm happy, I'm happy, yeah.
And very feminine and like letting go of that, letting the feminine. I am happy, I am relaxed, I am happy. It's very sweet. And it apparently it works. Like that's the thing.
I feel like it does work. It was working. Doing this. I'm happy. I like it.
Yeah. If you say it over and over again, but you have to get silly with it. That's the thing. You can't be like, oh, this is corny. Like you can't.
No,
it's the meditation of like flipping your brain over, and then you're like, hey, heavy. It's like doing mushrooms without doing mushrooms. Maybe. Yeah.
You can laugh without sound. Your lungs, heart, kidney, colon, spleen, pancreas, start dancing. How? Now you can do full laugh.
I like that.
Wow.
He ends it with the one. You're laughing. You know what? We are all children of God, and sometimes you just need someone to be like, ha 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 ha, laughing. Just laugh. It's okay.
Yeah.
What a sweet guy. You got to see who goes to his congregation.
Is he alive?
I think we can go to this guy. I kind of want to go to his ashram.
Yeah.
So, like, look, this is his ashram. So many girls, obviously. And I think I saw one post here. Look at this. Look at his congregation.
Whoa, I'm sure he's getting poontang on a nightly basis.
Probably, right? Like, he's banging them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's laughing his way in.
And it's fun and it's silly. And, like, they're coming to him and he doesn't have to be like, ha, you don't want to fuck me? Like, he's not going to be like, ha, you're not going to bang me? Like, remember that other guy, the documentary that came out about the guy who basically brought yoga to America?
Oh, yeah, that Bikram guy.
Bikram was creeping on him. Like, he would be like, oh, no, you're not going to fuck me? Piece of shit. Like, he'd yell at them.
Yeah.
Did you see the documentary?
Yeah. I tried. Have you ever tried Bikram yoga?
It's amazing.
It is amazing. It's fucking hard.
It is hard to do, but like if you do any yoga flow, that's his technique. He brought it from some guy in India. Like people were doing it in India.
Yeah.
That's what makes it so sad when someone.
You're just having another gummy?
I'm taking a bite.
You're eating it like it's a fruit roll-up. Like that is gonna hit you.
It tastes good. It tastes like a fruit roll-up. It's so good.
That's the danger with these things. You gotta have supplementary fruit roll-up on standby so that you don't accidentally ingest 60 milligrams.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're right. These are not even government ones. Because Canadian government edibles are garbage. They're just like 10 milligrams per thing. It's like, doesn't even do anything. This is wild. What a great congregation. And then he's got a Hollywood tribute. Look at this guy.
Whoa.
Yeah. No, I do want to go to his class. I'm going to sign up for his next online class, but I do want to go to his, let's see. Smile is the electricity and life is a battery. Whenever you smile, the battery gets charged and beautiful day is activated. So keep smiling. It's technically not wrong. That's the thing. Like you could say it's corny, whatever you want to say. It's technically not wrong.
No, you can't knock somebody for telling people to smile unless they're on the street.
Well, remember for a while it was like you can't tell girls to smile.
No, well,
that's, what's up?
Because guys will be like, "Hey, like, smile," and it's like, "What? No, I don't know you."
Yeah, it's like no, I'm not smiling because I don't like you. You know what I mean? Like if you leave, maybe I'll smile. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's wrong. But other than that, I mean, he's saying it in such a sweet, sexy, not sexy, but sweet.
No, he's saying it in a general way for the people. He's not specifically going, "Hey, you smile."
Yeah, exactly.
I'm proud of him. I'm glad he's doing well. We definitely need to get you some of those tangerine pajamas.
Right. You think tangerine is the look for me, eh?
A tangerine or gold something.
Dude, he met Schwarzenegger.
Wow.
Not bad.
Any other celebrities?
Who is this woman? Could be one. Oh, she did the women's retreat. See, like he's got a women's retreat, I think. I wonder if it's women's only. Oh my God. If he's doing women's only retreat, this guy, like, I have so much to learn from him, right?
Yoga. Laughing exercise to energize your whole body. From sacrum to pituitary gland, clean your inner chakras, will center.
So this is another thing that you kind of do with belly dancing. You do a lot of that, like isolate and move around the lower areas. Is there any kind of made up science behind that? Because with the Hindus, we can give you all kinds of science on that.
Oh yeah, what's your science?
Our science is basically down at the bottom. See, like when he talks about pituitary gland and he talks about like your spine and stuff like that, there's like this whole Hindu like thing called Kundalini.
Yeah, I love Kundalini.
Right. And it basically says that at your bottom chakra, it's at the bottom. If you squeeze it, and I think he's teaching this too, and I feel like you're kind of talking about it. Like you squeeze the base, and then that's like your sexual energy, and then you can take that nut and shoot it up your spine into your brain with Kundalini. Like you can shoot it up the spine, activate, go into the brain, and you're like
it's like supposed to be, the image is a snake that lives at the bottom and then you cause it to slither upwards.
That's it.
You wake the snake.
Jake the snake. Awake the snake. Awaken the snake. Yeah, that's the Kundalini system. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'd say there's the same thing in belly dancing too. I find a lot of people just don't use the bottom part. They don't even think about this part of their body unless it's for like excrement or sex, right? And it's like if you bring awareness to that, it makes it stronger, it makes you better. Everybody just uses this part here.
Yeah.
You breathe into here. You gotta breathe into there.
Breathe into the balls. As they say.
Breathe into your balls.
Or your what's the Keegs? Breathe into the Kegel.
Oh yeah, the Kegel.
Yeah, no, it's very powerful. Even squeezing it.
Oh yeah, I'm doing it right now.
I'm doing it right now. Wow, you got BB. I'm doing it. Yeah, no. I encourage at this ashram, at my digital, I always tell people, squeeze your Kegel. You know what I mean? What are you doing? You got 5 minutes? Nothing to do? Squeeze your Kegel.
One time I squeezed my Kegel so hard, my back cracked.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Oh, you just squeeze it and cat.
Yeah.
Damn, that's impressive. You know, the yogis would say, this one is powerful.
Very powerful.
That's powerful. That's sick, yo. What other kind of stuff do you believe in anything else otherwise? Do you believe in anything? Or is it like with the belly dancing? Does it come with that? Is there some spiritual teachings that come with that?
No, it's not very spiritual. No.
Oh, interesting.
I can't say I really am. I just, I don't know. I guess karma.
Yeah. Well, the Kundalini, I'd call that spiritual.
Yeah.
It sounds like you're into it. And it's not dogmatic. It's not like the Kundalini people aren't like, oh, you need to know the exact words and you do this. And they don't believe in like sin and stuff like that. They just believe in like loving life and using your body as this, like activating your body as like the thing that you
I'm not like an atheist or anything, but I don't really like have a God, or I just want to be a good person. I believe in being a good person and being connected to your body, but also being a bad bitch at the same time.
Yeah, you want to be that. You want to be rock and roll.
Are you showing the chakras?
Yeah, this is the chakra system. But you're talking about like even living in your body. It's something that people don't talk about here. It's so good to have like shows that teach this, because people here in the West are like very materialistic. And so they see this and they go, it's all silly. But it's actually it would be good for them. See, this is silly. Then they go to a therapist. It's like, just do the chakras, dude. It's free. I'm not saying don't go to a therapist too. Like if you want to go. But like, there's systems here. And if you don't just, because I always looked at it as corny, and now I look at it as like, these are different, metaphorically, these are different parts of your life that you need to just keep track of. Like your physical body is important. Your sexual life is important. We almost write it off as like, okay, that's just for fun or for frivolous, unless you're getting married or whatever. And then this second one is like your digestion. This one's your willpower. The solar plexus one, the throat is communication, intuition, spirituality. Like these are all, I think, like good things to work on. And then through this system, you can kind of work on them. And I think they do help you in life,
I've lost all my willpower.
I know, right? It's hard during COVID.
Yeah. I mean, like, I don't know. I guess I'm pretty disciplined, but everybody thinks that if you're like a fitness person, then you must have like nerves of steel. And it's like, I really don't. I'm pretty weak. I like to drink.
Right. I can't believe I started drinking.
I never go above the 2 drinks.
What's that?
I never go above 2 drinks.
That's good. That's the balance I'm trying to hit. I went 5 years no drinking completely.
Wow.
I know. It was very powerful. And I started again.
Did you start again?
Yeah, during COVID. I was just like at my sister. My sister lives down the street. I came to my mom's. I went to my sister's down the street, and they're like rich. And just months would go by, and I'm like, holy shit! I just killed like 6 bottles of rum here.
Whoa! Oh, you're a rum guy.
What's that?
You're a rum guy.
Who's my rum guy? Oh, they're
my
sister.
guy.
Yeah. That's the rum guy. Oh no, I'm not even a rum guy. That's just what they had. Like that's just what they just had that, and they have boxes of it still. So I just go there and I'm like, yeah, I'll just have a drink while I'm writing or whatever. And it just over like 2 months, I'm like, wow, I just killed like 4 bottles of rum.
Wow.
I got one to balance it out.
I'm like a red wine person. You can see me with my like Joker stash of red wine.
Yeah. No, wine is good. I feel like that's the hard part. Is like cutting it out was almost easier than having it sometimes.
Then having it what?
Having it like once in a while. Like one day when I cut it out completely. And I was talking to another, like someone who quit drinking the other day too. And they were talking about how like, and they started again. And we were both just talking about how like, when we stopped, we just never missed it. You don't, it's an addiction. It's a chemical addiction. You don't miss it. It's gone. Huh. You're like, doesn't matter. Yeah. And then once it's in your mind, then your brain, your ego, this is why I meditate. Your ego finds little ways of like, oh, you did something good. Have a wine. Oh, you're doing something, have a drink. You know what I mean? It has like, yeah. Treat yourself.
Yeah.
And if you did something bad, make yourself feel better. Have a drink.
Oh, see, I'm good at punishing myself. I'm like, right. You will not have this today.
Oh, that's good. That's discipline, basically.
I don't know where that came from.
Everyone says that basically, if you want more discipline, people in this community, they basically say like, you got to do, what is it called? Hold up. You got to do like solar plexus chakra.
Oh yeah, this?
I guess. I feel like you were doing some of it though. The belly dancing has it. It's like
I popped my solar plexus, but I feel like you need to like lay and open it up or something in order to access it.
Yeah, for sure. Wow, Yehuvi's mad that I said tell people to meditate. Yeah, I mean, get a therapist, I guess, but I should recommend a therapist. Do you go to a therapist? Can I ask you that?
Oh, I used to.
Right. How'd you like it?
Oh, I really liked her until, okay, this was the messed up part. So she was great. But then like I'd start talking to her. I talked to her about everything like finances and stuff, right? And I'm like, oh, work's picking up. Like I've got this job where I'm going to be making this money. And then she's like, cool. So are you cool with raising the cost of the session $10? And I'm like, okay. Like I wasn't really sure what the right protocol was, but I was like, can I not tell her that I'm like doing okay financially for fear of her increasing the scale?
Wow. So
is that how it works?
She was just trying to be nice.
What?
You thought she was being nice, asking about life. So how you doing? You doing good? Yeah, whatever. And then she almost like led you into it. Then you're like, yeah, I'm doing great, killing it, whatever. Oh, can you give me more money then?
So when I wasn't killing it, she helped me a lot. I saw her for about 7 months. Okay. And it's like, I'd been through a bunch of therapists who basically just sat there and were like, oh, okay. You know, like they just sucked. And I'm like, tell me something, whip me into shape. Tell me what to do. You know, like I need to know if my actions are justified or where this thought comes from. And they would just like listen to me. And they would never cut me off. And then they'd be like, how do you feel about it? Was like the movies where it's like, how do you feel about that? Oh, look, our time is up. And I'm like, well, what the hell? You know, I didn't need, I could have just done this with a wall. So I finally found a chick that was like sassy Latina. She's like, listen, you need to stop talking for a second. This is what's happening. You need to do this.
Yeah.
And she put me in my place, and it was good. And she was a reasonable price. She was $85 an hour, which I know is hard to come by out there for therapy. But then, 7 months later, I'm like, I got this job coming up, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, cool. Well, you seem to be in a good place. How's 95 from here on out? And I was just like, is this right?
Like, do you deserve it? Yeah. Yeah, I know that's weird. So you just
what about you?
I honestly, okay. And I know this is like dangerous thing to say now, but like, and already I think Yehuvi was like mad about this, but I just meditate. And I find that the Buddha has a very scientific technique for all this. And a lot of therapists, like if you do cognitive behavioral therapy, they believe in it too. Same thing with internal family systems. So internal family systems, I thought was a great technique. It's basically loving kindness meditation. But internal family systems is a system of like, they do this thing where they basically teach you that you have a core self. There's like 7 C's to your core self, like clear, confident, creative, whatever. You know what I mean? Like there's like 7 things that you're like a happy person. Let me pull it up. It's like clear, confident, creative, something, something, something. And that's where your baseline is. And this is exactly the same as Buddhism. And then they basically teach you that as a child, you went through traumas, and your traumas basically are in your body now. And a lot of people teach this. Sounds kooky, but a lot of people teach this. And they basically like your traumas from your childhood are in your body as different, like these types of characters. So you have these guys in internal family systems, they have managers, firefighters, and exiles. So the core self is supposed to be center of the person. When differentiated, acts as active, compassionate leader. Okay, so calmness, curiosity, compassion, connectedness, confidence, creativity, courage, clarity. That's who you really are. And according to the Buddha, that's who you truly are too. That's how you're meant to be. Any doubts you have?
We're all born good.
I mean, these guys take it a step further to say like, okay, you're morally good, but you're also like confident and creative. And you're like, like you're collaborative with people. You want to do cool things. You want to have fun. Like you're actually like a good person. And you're also like flowing with this energy that'll bring that'll make like cool stuff happen. Like your show. It's like you have a show, you want to wake up, tell people how to belly dance. That's, it'll improve someone's life. That's like a natural core self thing to do. But then if people have traumas, then they have these different characters in their head. So it's like,
oh yeah, for sure. I have them too.
Yeah. I think it's a great system. And in loving kindness meditation and in meditation in general, you kind of, they basically have techniques to put you right back into yourself. That's what I would say meditation is. And really seeing all those other things, those doubts and insecurities and all that stuff and bad habits as these kind of like, just not, you don't even want to say mistakes in programming, just like little programming things that have come in that you can just kind of watch them, and through meditation, they kind of heal themselves through your awareness.
And eventually you kind of just get to witness them wash over you.
Yeah. You get to see them almost just pass as like this thing that you're kind of holding on to in a way.
Yeah.
Not to blame you if you have a bad habit. It's like, in a weird way, you're holding on to it. Like you have this bad habit.
Oh, and then you identify yourself with it too. You're like, oh, I do this, and classic me, just doing this again, and you can't get out of the pattern.
You can't get out of the pattern. That's why the first thing they say in a lot of these 12-step programs is they say first step is just identify that there's a higher power. And like some people don't like that because they think it means God.
Right.
But they kind of mean this, like there's like this habit is built into my body at this point. And on some level, I don't have control over it. And just admitting that kind of releases it a bit.
Oh yeah.
It's for sure. Yeah. I think it works. Yeah.
I think it works too.
That's what I do though, as far as spirituality. What's that?
Oh, somebody's going, Amish, you can't just label any ridiculous thing as scientific and try to give it credibility. Wow.
And try to give it credibility. Okay, but here's the thing, right? You want everyone to go to a therapist. How like I have an aerospace engineering degree, right? And one of the things that we learned at university is that is that like there's hard sciences and there's soft sciences. And as much as we think like economics, let's say, economics is not a hard science. It's basically half theory, half numbers. And you can argue them back and forth. Like, let's say with Keynesian.
Economy is not a science. It's fucking bullshit.
Yeah. Same with like sociology. It's not a science. So I know this is like so bad to say, but like psychology is in that category. Like you can't know for sure. It's just theories. It's just theories.
I think therapy is good. And I think that the fact that there's so many people in therapy, it's like we're just curious about ourselves and we want answers and we want to be the best person we can be. And sometimes you need somebody that has like an objective view of you to come in and give you a second set of eyes. It's like, I'm the kind of person where if I have a problem, I have a hard time going to a friend sometimes because I don't want to bog them down, or I feel like, oh, they're going to have to do the same thing to me eventually. Yeah. To have that detachment and curiosity of yourself, I think is good. Although I'm not in therapy anymore.
Yeah, and I recommend therapy. Like, I don't want this to sound like, oh, don't do therapy, just meditate. Like, do whatever works for you. But I do think our Western culture has this bias against meditation because it does fall under like spiritual practice or religious practice. So it can easily be seen as hokey and pseudoscience. So just do it if it works. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really
sitting quietly for 7 minutes be a bad thing for anybody.
It's actually really good for you. Honestly, watching your mind, like you have to start doing it to understand it. I didn't get it either. When I was like 20, until like maybe 5 years ago, if you told me like be in the moment, meditate, stop thinking, it just all sounds stupid to me. It would have sounded stupid to me until 5 years ago. I would just say like, why would I'm wasting my time. And it's like, you can gain a control over your mind and you can start seeing all the patterns that it's pulling you into all the time through meditation. You know? So I'm not, just to say like, I'm not against therapy. Like go to therapy. It's sick. Like Janet V. Johnson's talking about, she goes to therapy. Like go to therapy. Like 100%. I support it. I support like dealing with your mental health issues, like head on, whether it's therapy or meditation, whatever you want to do. I would never tell someone like, don't go to therapy, just go to meditation. But at the same time, also like, who knows who you're going to get as a meditation coach too. There's like,
please Morton. I went to a therapist once. Motherfucker almost got me fired.
Yeah, that's interesting. Please Morton, tell us about that. How did they almost get you fired?
Literally took me almost 3 years to get my security clearance back. What?
Please, Morton, you can't say stuff like this and then not tell us the details of this.
Yeah, what happened? Did the therapist tell you to go like crack an egg on your boss's head? You're like, I'm living my truth.
Okay, so please, Morton says, I never had any problem accepting reality, but every time you tell a doctor the truth, they tend to FK you over, especially in the military. It was a nightmare.
Oh, in the military.
Yeah. So as a military doctor too. I mean, this is the thing with medicine too. There's pharmaceutical companies messing with them. I know some people who go to a therapist. The therapist is like, "Oh, take this pill," or not. Sorry, not or like the official thing you're supposed to go to. I don't know if it's psychiatrist or psychologist, but like whichever one it is. Like sometimes then they're even so in with like medical whatever that they're just like handing out pills to people that.
And I find a lot of people are being medicated for depression these days and being like, they feel empowered as a result. And it's like, I don't want to take that away from them.
Right.
But it's like, you're clearly taking a medication for something that's like, there's something below the surface there that you really need to deal with. And it's not going to get solved by kind of numbing those receptors, you know? Yeah. It's like, it's one thing to take an Advil cold and sinus. It's another thing to be like, oh, okay, I'm just going to suck these down because.
Yeah, exactly. And now Bolt's saying cannabis burns out your dopamine receptors, giving you short-term gain for long-term pain. People fool themselves into thinking.
Yeah.
I would say, but that's even another one. Like, I feel like it's better than pharmaceutical. A lot of the pharmaceuticals, you know, that's why a lot of people call it sacred medicine. It is God's medicine. You have to take it like, you know, you have to like honor it, respect it, you know, use it.
Honor it like my body.
Exactly. Honor it like my body. I feel like I'm very like careful with weed. I do one hitters and then I always take the days off, stuff like that. I don't know if you're into that.
Oh yeah, no, I've done all of it. I used to have a vape pen and I kept losing my voice with it. So I stopped vaping.
Right.
Now I like edibles. I don't get as high as I used to, so I try to. Haddocks in denial.
Bolt.
In denial, baby. I love it. I just try to not do it every day.
Better than oxys.
I love those.
Have you tried them?
I stole some from my grandfather when he was recovering from knee replacement surgery.
I heard they're so good. How was it?
This was like 10 years ago, so keep in mind I was a little bit wackier then, but it was nice. It felt like my spine was on a cloud. It was very
loosening.
I could see how people would lose their jobs and their lives.
Oh, Bolt, is that what happened, Bolt? I'm not sure. Or sorry, it was Please Morton who was saying this. I have maybe Please Morton had some military issue like that.
Yeah, no, when you mentioned military, I'm like, oh, okay. Wonder what happened.
I can't believe, have you seen these rappers go?
Oh, I was honest about being a borderline alcoholic, and my doctor wrote me up to be discharged. So, yeah, no, that's rude.
Wow. Dude, you know what's so sad about that, Morton, is that everyone's an alcoholic. Have you seen the standard for what makes you an alcoholic?
Yeah, 5 drinks a week, right?
Everyone's alcoholic. How could this guy goes, oh, you got to get him out of the military. Okay, fire the whole military, idiot. That's so stupid.
Here's what I've learned. I've learned to never let yourself be vulnerable in this big bad world with anybody who's in authority position. It's like they're basically going to use that information against you. And it really sucks because we all have our moments where it's like, oh, I'm going to be honest with this person and let them know my truth. And then they use it to backstab you. And it's like, it really sucks to not be able to be completely honest with people.
Listen, that's why for me, it's always been meditation. Like
I've had worse for your dopamine receptors than weed.
That I've heard, Calvin. That I've heard too. So
yeah, I've heard that for sure. I actually dated somebody who was severely addicted to pornography to the point where it was like, whoa, okay, this is a thing. Like,
yeah. You're the first girl that I've told about it, and like, you're acknowledging our suffering. Thank you.
You know what? I honor your body. I honor you.
Thanks for honoring our bodies and honoring our porn people. It's almost like porn right now has like a suction cup on men's cocks and they're just taking energy out of them. Like it's ruining people's lives, apparently.
Oh no, I know. And it's like, listen, I know all men masturbate a lot, but it's like, I know people that have like serious problems with like doing anything or like they're not in a relationship. They don't care about achieving anything. Because they've jerked their life off.
Yeah, can't have good sex anymore, Natasha Razor. It's true. You can't. Like if I'm dating someone, I gotta watch my nut. I'm old after 35. I'm like, sorry, baby,
Oh, really? Oh, so if you watch porn and you masturbate, then it's harder for you to... Wouldn't you last longer because you got the first one out of the way? Like in There's Something About Mary?
Yeah, but sometimes like back then, I was doing like too much. Like I'll do it like, you know what I mean? Like I'll just go, and you're addicted to like seeing this hot girl. Like, I mean, it's, whoever I was dating is hot. You're hot too, but you're...
Oh, so it was like...
It messes up your brain as a guy. It's like when you quit sugar and then everything tastes more sweet.
Yes.
Or like you quit sugar and then a cookie is like it's too much.
Yeah.
That's what porn does actually to men's. It really messes men up. It's actually like heroin for men, and I think what Calvin's saying is true. It might be worse than alcohol for sure. Worse than weed for sure.
Nobody ever jerked off too much and then got in a car accident. I don't think, but.
Fair enough. Listen, every drug has their ups and downs. You know what I mean? It's easy to write off as like, this is nothing. It's like an underlying, it's like sucking the life out of our culture. Maybe. I don't know.
If I was a guy, I would do it though. I'd be all over that.
The no fap, it's called no fap. You can get.
I do know it's no fap. I don't agree completely with the no fap. I do think that's a bit. It's like torturing yourself. I think everything in moderation. I know a lot of people can't control moderation. They're either all in or they're out. And then if they're out of that, then they're immediately channeling their energy into some other vice. So
right. So tell me then, are we allowed to talk about your dating life?
Yeah.
We can talk about it.
Yeah, you can talk about anything. I said you could talk about anything.
You are one of the great inspirational ways that you give me hope and joy in my life. But one of the ways that you've been such a great inspiration for me is that when I met you, you were dating like a 55-year-old guy. And I would ask you about it. And you were like, oh yeah, that's what I do. You're just like, yo, that's what I'm into. Like I fuck these old fucks, like 50, 60, like, yeah, dude, give me that. And I remember when you told me, I was like, God is great. There's hope. God, we're like, and this is like 10 years ago, right? Like when I first met you, we were with that guy.
Yeah, no, please do not say his name.
No, we're not going to say anyone's name. Look at this
Yeah,
guy's
that was a
Amish
thing
marriage
for a
proposal.
while. Whatever.
What's that?
It was a thing for a while. Whatever.
Right, but is it a kink, or is it like something that you're into, or is it just something?
It's so weird how I like woke up one day and I was like just not into it anymore, and then I never was into it ever again. It was scary. It was like me and coconut water. I used to love coconut water. I woke up one day and I couldn't even be near coconut water. It was weird.
So you lost interest.
I just lost interest in all of it, and now I look back and I'm like, what is it? Huh? I mean, I don't question it completely. I mean, it was, whatever you wanted at the time is what you wanted at the time.
No regrets. I don't think you have.
I don't have regrets at all. No regrets.
Yeah, but now you look back and you're like, ew, why would I date this old fuck? Like, I'm gonna date a guy, Is that what it is? Like, is it just like, I can't believe I was into that? Like, okay, but what ages were you into that?
What was my age?
Yeah, were you into that? We don't have to say your age today, but like, what ages were you? You're 24.
Yeah, and this was like not 10 years ago. This was like 2015.
Yeah, and then how old was he?
He was 54 or 55.
So you're 24, he's 54.
Yeah.
Well, that's nice. That's good.
Well, yeah, I don't know. It was a unique relationship. He didn't have any kids. He took excellent care of himself.
Yes. Great guy.
He was one of the first guys to ever be really nice to me.
I used
to have a really hard time with guys my age in my early 20s. They were just like rude, flaky assholes. And I was like, I can't handle this.
Wow.
That was pretty much it. It was like he made plans. He said what he was going to do.
That's true. That's so good. That goes a long way with girls. Honestly,
it was the first person to ever treat me like that. And I was like, wow, I can be treated nicely and all that. It was good. And then, 3-4 years later, I was like, I don't know, my ovaries started to tingle and I was like, I want to have a baby and I want to be with a guy who's my age. And I like totally broke it off and then got with this other guy who ended up being like addicted to porn, actually. So,
well, they're full circle, eh?
Who also was like, oh, you feel like you're a little too old for me. And I was like, I went from being with a guy who was way too old for me to a guy who said that I was too old for him.
What was the age gap there?
I was a year older than him.
Come on. He's like a child, though. He's just immature. And guys are.
Yeah. So it was a really weird shift. And then, like, I don't know, we broke up, obviously. And now I've like found, like, 4 years later, I'm in a good relationship and have been for 2 years with somebody who's like a few years older than me. And we both have similar, like, family goals.
Right. That's great. That is
but it's like, I don't know, you got to experiment and mess around. But really, it did boil down to just like never meeting a guy that was like had his shit together.
That's so funny. You know what's so funny is like what our expectation versus reality. Like, here I am thinking you were just like loser. Oh, I'm into that. Whereas it's really just logistical almost. And so much of dating is logistical. Like, I find for me, it's like I'll date the hottest girls just by staying on top of them. Like they flake. They do flake. And I have to stay on top and make plans and be there on top. Like, that's also. And by the way, your boyfriend, like, he really taught us that. He taught me that too. I knew him. And I did a class with him, actually. We don't have to get into the details of beyond that, but like, he was a teacher in a class and he would tell us that. He would be like, being on time for things. Like, people think that your success is going to come from, in life too, it's going to come from like, getting lucky, right place at the right time. Or like, I worked 50 hours on it.
There is a lot to it.
And he goes, yeah, be on time for shit. Get a calendar, set the time, and just being there. And you're the next guy. And I've had sex with girls like that, where like girls way out of my league, but the other guys just all flaked.
There's so many disappointments out there, and they're so
Yeah.
vague, and they're like, "What do you feel like doing? What do you?" And it's like, "Yeah, ask me what I feel like doing." And if I go, you decide. You decide.
No, just make plans, man. Just make sick ass plans.
Just
Make
make the
cool
plan, and if the
plans.
girl hates it, then you can go, "Well, I gave you the option."
Yeah, yeah. But they
But so
almost
many
never
people are
hate it.
not even available for that negotiation. They get freaked out.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but eh.
It's weird because if you plan even the silliest, like girl standards seem like so low sometimes where I'm like the silliest little like, oh, let's go for a hike and then we'll check out this taco truck. Doesn't cost anything. You know what I mean? Like it's cheap. It's like chill. It's a workout too. And I can't imagine a girl being like, ew, that sucks. No way, man. They're like, oh yeah, sick. Good. Thanks for making the plan. You found a trail and there's a taco truck at the end. God is great. That's the best way to do a date. Is like do a little plan, like plan a little thing to do. And
Yeah,
then,
I don't know why people think of dating still as like, oh, I gotta pay for her dinner and it's gonna be expensive and this. It's like it doesn't have to be. The simpler things are better.
yeah.
I don't know.
I found girls are never like that. Now this generation though, I was out at the club the other day and this happened to me 2 or 3 times. I'm out at the club now and no girls have ever done this to me. This is just like the recent thing this year. Twice has happened where this girl's like, hey, do you want to get a drink? I'm like, okay, cool. Go to the bar. I'm like, holy shit, this girl wants to buy me a drink.
Oh yeah.
Go to the bar. She's just standing there for 5 minutes.
Okay.
And then I'm like, okay, so get the drink. And she's like, no, you get it. What? No, I want you to get it. What? Oh, you just want me to buy you a drink. So the first time it happened, I'm like, no, you have to buy it. And then she just like she's like, oh, okay, I have to go. Like she just left.
Yeah, well, those are the bad ones, right? It's like
I know. It's like I know. Now I know.
Club culture is so weird. I haven't been in a club for a couple of years. I think the last one was like March 2020, and yeah, I saw Sydney Blue, one of my fave EDM DJs, but it's like, yeah, no, I haven't gone around and blatantly asked people to buy me a drink since I went to Ibiza 10 years ago. So
yeah, that's so okay. So that was the first time. Second time, this girl asked me, and that night I had found like $50 at the bar, and it was like $3 drinks. So similar kind of vibe, but this time I got suckered. It's my fault. I was like, okay, cool, no, I got it. Like I still was like, okay, get the drink, and she's like, no, you got it, and I'm like,
now you got it.
All right, whatever. I have $6. It's $6. I get the drink. I hand to this girl. We're walking away from the bar, and I'm just talking. I'm like, yeah, so I'm writing this TV show, whatever. And as I'm talking to her, she just goes like, she like takes a drink. She like runs up in the crowd, runs, like dodges someone, and then just starts dancing with some other guy, just like on some other guy like this. Like, I don't even think that guy knew her.
Wow. Well, then why didn't she ask him for a drink? What the hell?
No, I think this was her hustle. She's like, got the drink. Like she just like dodged people like it was like football. Like she's like dodged through the crowd and then just started dancing with this guy. I thought it was so funny. I was like, oh my God, that's hilarious. That's so silly. Just get a job. I mean, yeah, like you're working almost hard. Like you could get a job, and she was doing it all night.
Wow.
It was this close. Like 2 hours later, we were this close to her doing it to another guy and then coming back and dancing to me. But she didn't. Like she did it again later. I saw her like get the drink, and then she's just like running around in the crowd, and then she started dancing with a random group. It's a lot. It's a lot.
I duped a couple guys in my day, and thought I was pretty slick at the time.
Hey, no hard feelings. The game is the game, right? You went to the club. And the game is the game.
The game is the game.
Yeah, you can't win them all, and you got, it's gonna happen. They're gonna get you like that, so it's fine.
Are you writing a TV show?
I am. I'm writing a kids TV show, and then I'm going to Banff this year to pitch another TV show. That's why I knew right away when I saw your set. I'm like, she's on TV. I know.
Oh, yes.
On TV. Yeah,
it's my actual bedroom. My place is a mess. This place is much nicer.
I know, right? But the difference between vlogging and TV is that in vlog, like what I'm doing here, I'm trying to make my life like actually, you know what I mean? Like it's kind of similar. It's pretty similar. It's like vlogging.
I like your face, like your logo, your graphic.
Sick. Thank you. I try to keep it spiritual here. You know what I mean?
You're very spiritual.
Yeah, and I'm about the loving kindness. And it is a silly technique that you can do jokes in, loving kindness.
Oh yeah, who'd have thought that you don't have to be a negative piece of shit to do comedy?
Yeah, for sure. I know, right? So many comics are negative. Like when I first started, I remember I was at this open mic night and I'm just like smiling, like excited to do my jokes. And it was Ben Bankus. Ben Bankus was on the show with me.
Oh
Toronto
yeah.
comic. He's like, "Why are you smiling? We're at a comedy show." Like he's like so mad. I'm like, "Bro, it's a comedy show. Like we're here doing what we love." I had to explain it. Like I'm testing out new jokes. We're here doing what we love. He's like, "Yeah, I guess that makes sense." Like, and it didn't occur to him. He's like, "No, we're all sad here. It's comedy."
Yeah.
Weird.
Well,
eh?
that's being sad is what got me into comedy.
Right. But now you're
I feel like that's what gets a lot of people into comedy is being sad. And then they like use comedy to try and be happy, but then they realize that that might not be the answer.
Yeah.
That's why I went in and out of it for so many years. I was like, oh, wait a second. This is actually more stressful than I thought it was going to be. And
Right.
you've got to do it every night.
Yeah. No, I honestly, I tried not to do it. The stand up, like I do feel like it's honestly Saturday. There was a straight up fight. Like this guy got wasted, starts yelling in the show. He's yelling in the show, and nobody even say I think he was. This actually makes me very sad for Ukraine. I think he was from Ukraine, and I think someone might have done a joke earlier. Not even nothing like someone might have done.
You never know what's going to set somebody off these days, though.
And the next day he apologized, and he said he's just going to pay for it. He apologized. He's just blackout drunk. He was wasted.
Okay. Yeah, no, I find audiences are weird these days.
Yeah.
Everybody's like sometimes I want to be like, why did you come here? Do you want to fight somebody? Like,
I know, right?
People are on edge. They're on
Even
edge.
in the comments, people come in and they go, "This sucks. This guy's a loser." It's like, just leave, bro. It's fine. You don't have to be here. Like some people are just mad. So like trolls, I guess. Even in my meditation, my group, I go to another Zoom meditation class. He had to make it like no access to anything because trolls would keep coming. And in the middle of meditation, he's trying to teach a bunch of old, like sad people to like, this is how you can love yourself and we can practice whatever. And this guy comes and is like, "Oh, I'm stupid." Like he just like yells in. They're like yelling it.
Do you deal with trolls on here?
Today, I don't know. Ocho Cinco says this sucks, but he's joking. Ocho Cinco loves it. He's here. He saves for the whole thing. McZemzem, misery is the crude oil of comedy. Amish brings the gas. That's it, baby. But it is funny though. Duh. Yeah. Please, Martin. I had a chick offer to bring me to her house. I paid for the taxi and she took off and locked her door. My 20.
Wow.
Martin,
but here's the problem with that. He now knows where you live. Like if you piss this guy off, he now knows where you live.
It's brazen. It's a brazen move to run inside and lock the door.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Mostly I've met nice women in my life that don't do stuff like that's a lot.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. I remember one time someone was getting kicked out of her apartment and like she's super hot and she had sex with me right away. And then, but like when she came over, she came with like a small suitcase. And I was like, "Oh, where are you coming from?" I know actors. I'm like, "Do you come from a thing?" Like, I don't know. I thought she was just coming over to hang out. She's like, "No, I just have some stuff on me." I don't know. I think she's an actor. Maybe she went to an audition.
Oh no, for sure. I walk around with a rolly suitcase all the time.
It happens.
I get into an Uber. They're like airport, and I'm like, "Look at our destination. It's neither Pearson nor Toronto City, so no."
So this girl comes over with her suitcase, and we like hang out, we hook up, whatever. And then she's just talking about staying there. And I go down. I'm like, "Bro." And then I get into the conversation with her. She's like, "Yeah, I need a place because my landlord basically kicked me out." Bullshit. And he's mad. He's saying that I didn't pay the rent, but I did pay the rent. But then my roommate took it. And now they're saying that I'm going to go to jail if I don't do that. And she's just like going into her whole story of like, "Oh, this girl just," I don't even know if that's why she had sex with me or what, but like she thinks she could just live here now. So I had to pull the roommate card. I had to go downstairs. I had a roommate. I go downstairs. I tell the roommate, as I'm telling, my roommate's he's such an asshole at the time. As I'm telling him the story, he goes, "She's not allowed to stay here. She's not allowed to stay here. I don't want to hear it." And I'm like, "Yeah, cool it, dude. She's not allowed to stay here, but I need to blame it on you. So I'm just telling you the story so I can
just bring him upstairs to say that.
And then I went back upstairs like, listen, my roommate's saying that he doesn't feel comfortable with someone being here right now. He went through a lot. Is there someone we can call? And then I just like figured out her situation. She came back one time after, and then that's it.
So like you met her once, right?
Once. I met her once. She'd seen me do comedy. I met her once. And then she just came over with a suitcase. And
how many times has comedy brought some absolute crazy women into your life? Because it's not the same for a female comic. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. No, it helps us. You guys just get filthy ass stalkers, I feel like. Is it bringing hot guys to you, or is it just bringing like, I really liked it? And like, I saw you 2 years ago and I've been following you ever since. It's like, it's weird. Whereas
I used to get
like,
that more. I'm used to it because of the belly dancing. So when comedy came along, it's like guys are more afraid of me, I would say, after they see my comedy. Whereas the belly dancing was an invitational thing.
Yeah,
right?
belly dancing is, well, it's almost like the sexism of our culture, I guess. It's like standing up in front of a crowd and like telling like, this is what life is and do this and whatever. Like it's almost like sexy for a girl, maybe. I don't know. But for
like the belly dancing, people I think thought that I was just hanging out in my costume all day, like by the phone, fanning myself or something. And it's like, no, man, I'm a real person. Like I used to get voicemails. There's this one guy, he like left me a voicemail and he was missing his like front tooth because all of his S's were like, hello, I saw you dancing 3 weeks ago, 3 Saturdays ago.
That's so cute.
You know, and I was like, oh man, this is awful.
You know what I get
so much with comedy, but you must get some women finding you and going, oh my God, he's so funny.
Well, remember one time we were at that at my show that you did? And after the show, I was like, I was thinking about talking to you about this actually today. Remember years ago, it was at Comedy KaPow.
Okay.
And there was a girl that came, and we were like started making out at the end. Do you remember that?
I remember because I could never forget how you were touching her hand.
Why are you ripping my
touching her hand like it was a mouse with the scrolly thing? This is her hand. This was you. You're like doing like a.
I'm doing like a little hey lover, but she was doing it first. She was doing it too.
Yeah.
She had the other hand on me.
Back.
Yeah. What's that?
But I remember that. Yeah. So.
Yeah. So that happens. You know what I mean? Like that was just a girl that someone brought. That, you know, the crazy thing is that girl. So I don't know if you stayed for this, but there was another comic there, and that girl, like, she just came to see this comedy show that I used to produce called Comedy KaPow. She came to see it, stuck around after there's karaoke. So she stuck around for karaoke.
Oh, I always loved that. Drunkest karaoke I've ever done was at KaPow.
The best. Yo, do you ever, on Wednesday nights, there's a place in Kensington Market called, you've been, I think. It's called Handlebar.
Handlebar? No, I've never been to Handlebar.
Yo, Wednesday, let's go. You want to go on Wednesday? It's so sick.
Not this Wednesday, so but a future Wednesday.
Okay, future Wednesday, let's go. Chris Sandiford comes. Another great comedian. Amy comes sometimes, Amy Cunningham.
But
but the guy who runs Handlebar, you got to see this guy. It's called Hot Breath Karaoke. You got to see this guy.
I hope he has a handlebar mustache. If he doesn't, I'm going to be very disappointed.
No. It's just a place is called that. No. This guy's better than a mustache, I'd say. Here, let me show you. Share.
Angelica, Amish brings girls back to his house against his mom's wishes, but his mom is deaf. Your thoughts? I don't know. Bring the girl back.
Honestly, I've been telling him for a couple of weeks now that, like, I basically, like, when COVID started, I was like a guy helping an elderly woman out through a pandemic, and she broke her pelvic bone, and I helped her through it and whatever. But now that the pandemic's over, I kind of am like an old dude living with his mom now. You know what I mean? But I've made the studio. You know what I mean? And she wants me to, and she just makes food for me all day. It's amazing food. You got to come over. You'll love it. Even if you come over.
Yeah, I would love to eat, and I would love to come over. We should do that. We have to do karaoke. No, I don't see the problem in it right now. It's like you've made your studio, you've invested in it. You're not a deadbeat. I'm sure you're still helping her out, and it's like she wants to feed you. Let her.
Yeah, and she's kind of hinting that, like, yo, if you want to fuck someone, get it.
Is she?
I don't care. she's trying to be like, yeah, what you want to date? Like, whatever you want to do. Whatever you want to do. I brought one girl back and she was like, no, your mom's home. And I'm like, she's deaf. I know. It's a big house. It's huge. It's like upstairs is like
That's
another
crazy.
house.
So have you ever like let her rip basically sexually knowing your mom was home and couldn't hear?
No, I have when they were out. So I brought a girl home. I brought a girl home before and brought all her stuff upstairs. That's the move. You bring everything upstairs. Shoes,
Everything. No
but
trace.
But even recently, but the girl that I brought before, she was here. We're pounding it in the room right there. And my parents came home. And then I was just like, we were both kind of like, who cares? We just got to rip. Like we're in the middle of a rip of a sex session. You know what I mean? And we heard them and it was just too good. And we just both kept going. And honestly, they're just old Indian, like so sexually repressed, don't know anything about it. Like they were just like, was there something happen?
Earthquake?
Like, yeah, no, I dropped something.
I dropped something.
That's it. They didn't. Honestly, they never. I swear to God, they never.
You dropped something.
That's it. I just say, oh yeah, I was watching a movie. It's over, whatever. And then they go inside to watch TV, and I just ran the girl out, like an hour, like half an hour later. That was the one time I did it. But I had a girl here recently, and she's upstairs, and I'm like, baby, my mom is full 100% deaf, can't hear shit, and she doesn't do it.
No, I can see that being weird.
Yeah. Anyway, this is Hot Breath Karaoke. This is one of his videos. He's absolutely incredible, this guy. He has a gun on stage with toilet paper. And like he'll blast, like while you're on stage singing, he'll blast the stage with toilet paper. He's amazing.
Wow.
He's so funny. And then he does these ones where like,
hold on, sorry to interrupt you. How much longer am I on here for? Because my computer has a low battery and I'm not.
Oh, good, yo. Yeah, I need to wrap up soon, to be honest. I wanted to ask you about like one last thing. We got to do this, by the way. We got to go to Hot Breath Karaoke. It's honestly for our Instagram accounts. It's great for the Instagram.
We will do it.
We got to do it. And also, I don't know if you ever played Just Dance. Have you played Just Dance?
Yes. I love it.
How do you think about a Just Dance party at your studio? You think we could pull that off?
I think we could. We should talk.
Because if we bring influencers, they'll get you people on your app. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
I've been looking for a spot to do it. I feel like that your studio is pretty sexy.
We've got so much space here that, we should do that.
Just Dance party. And I have a guy who knows all these influencers in Toronto. So they'll come and we can make them compete.
Oh, that'd be fun.
That would be sick, right? Okay, cool. Tell us about the app and how people can help you launch it.
Oh, it's just Angelica.tv. The app is Angelica's Daily Surprise. It's releasing May 1st, but you can sign up now and then be notified once it goes live.
Amazing. This is it right here. Yeah, make sure you go over there and sign up. Support the community, support the congregation. Go and sign up for the app. It's no monthly fee right now. Angelica's Daily Surprise. This is great stuff. And every day you're teaching, and it's available on multiple devices.
Yeah, it's Roku, Fire TV, all of it.
Wow. And a lot of local talent on it. This is George Rivard. I just did a show with him.
There is going to be a lot of local talent on it as well.
Yeah, one of these days I gotta get on here. We gotta do
a yeah, we'll figure it out.
Sick, yo. Honestly, I am pretty much done. But thanks for coming. This is great.
Thank you.
Great. We got to do this again.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming. Goodbye. All right. Man, I did the dance. It's a really good dance. Honestly. Who wants to see more content like this? Who is seeing this and they say, you know what? I want to see more of Amish dancing. This is, by the way, Angelica taught me this dance. So I watched her. I did the dance. And it's got a lot of good moves and a lot of lower body movements. And look, I don't want to make it so scientific. I know some of you want to go to therapy. Go to therapy. I'm supportive of the therapy community. I'm not saying don't go to therapy. I'm just saying, you know, we got to start getting creative with alternate forms of medicine. Dancing is a medicine. Look at this. You isolate different body parts in the dance. Let's hear some instruction.
8, 7, 6.
It's incredible. It's incredible dance moves too, by the way. Because you got to isolate different parts of your body, shift, hip, shift, do stuff like that. And it's very good for you. I highly recommend checking out Sign up for the app. You got, where's her link, Amish? Oh, yeah, I'll put it right now. Hold up. I had it in the banners. Where did it go? No, I have it. Angelica.tv. There, that's where you sign up. Angelica.tv. I'll put it in the comments section too. Make sure you sign up for the app. Check out Angelica's work. You're going to be seeing me on her show in the near future too. I think this could be the Just Dance party that the ashram needs. This might be the Just Dance party that the digital ashram needs. And let's show you that, actually. Video file. Documents, no. Downloads, no. Desktop, no. Here we go. Make sure you support the digital ashram as well as Angelica.tv. These are the kinds of collabs that you can look forward to in the near future. We're going to be doing more dances together. I think we got to go public on the dances, though. Honestly, TikTok on the dances, public on the dances. And Angelica's already here. So good. Haha. Thank you. You are loved. She was referring to my dancing, by the way, in case you were wondering. She was referring to the dancing. Angelica Scannura got the endorsement. So good. Haha. Honestly, it's a great dance because it really it makes you isolate the different things. But what's the address so I can drop the link? True. Angelica.tv. I think you got that. Here we go. Banners. Bing, bang, boom. God is great. And thanks everyone for coming. Let me read some of these comments real quick. Mac23806. Hey, drip, rip, and dip. That's correct. And that's correct. Mac23806. Oh, yeah. Christian Patel says, hi, Christian Patel. That's my nephew, I think. We went. He's also big on the dancing. If it's who I think it is, he's also big on the dancing. And we did some heavy dancing in Virginia Beach. Lots to talk about there. Amish picking out rings right now. Please, Martin says, Amish picking out rings right now. What are you talking? What, you think that I'm like obsessed with Angelica? Listen, it's fine. Okay. There's going to be a lot of people coming on the show. Support her, though. Of course, I have a lot of love in my heart. And of course, I'm going to have love in my heart for this incredible work that she's doing. She's doing great work. But we got lots of people coming on the show, though, in the next couple of weeks. Abbas and I have a lot of great stuff in the pipeline. Clips from that episode are going to be coming out, too. Fern, I heard there's research on using shrooms as a form of therapy. Hey, Fern, that's what I do with the loving kindness. That's what I do with the loving kindness. And if you look at all the therapy that they do the therapy with the therapist, and they're doing essentially a loving kindness meditation. The shrooms actually make you go on a loving kindness healing meditation. That's what it is. They make you go in and love yourself and forgive yourself. And then once you forgive, then all those bad habits, negativities, they become released, and God is great. You know what I'm saying? So I do very much believe in that, though. Let's read a couple more of these. Natasha Razor. This was an awesome show. Thank you, Natasha. You are loved. Appreciate you. Gorguruga Amish at a Bhagwan rave. I'd like that. I'd like to be at a Bhagwan rave. I'd like to throw a Bhagwan rave. If I could throw a Bhagwan rave at the digital ashram. But listen, that's why what we're doing here. You got to keep coming in. Keep coming in and supporting the digital ashram. I'm your host, Amish Patel. Baba G, if that's how you want to, if you want to say Bhagwan, it's fine. You can say it. If you want to call me that, I'm not going to stop you. It's okay. No belly visuals. Gorguruga. You know what? We'll do that in the future. What's her link, Amish? I think I dropped it already. Tabit Ababani. You should keep bringing comedians on. JRP 2.0. Yeah, there's a lot of great comedians in Toronto, and they're good for reactions too to stuff. Boy, we did it, boys. No simping. Good job, everyone. Thanks, Bald. You are loved. We did it. Yeah, so good. Natasha Razor. What's the address so I can drop? We drop that. But both. Yeah, no simping. There's no simping here. We're all friends. God is great. Angelica is so talented. Yes, she is, man. No, honestly, the stand-up riffs too. And if you're in Toronto, look out for that. If I do a stand-up show, I'll make sure that I include the people that come on the show, and that way we are always, building and supporting the community in the ashram. Gorgurus says, kid and play. Please, Morton says, Madukes letting Amish getting his reps in. Madukes letting Amish getting his reps in. 100%, dude. Always getting reps. Yehuvi, if they are sexually repressed, how do you come to be? Oh, sexually repressed. Amish, if you only knew what your parents do, all kinds of stuff. They are just classy about it. Yahubi, I mean, I don't know, man. When I lived in India, the women weren't allowed to swear. They weren't allowed to like smoke or do drugs or whatever. They weren't allowed to talk about sex. I remember one time when I was in India, like this girl shaved her armpits and she told people at school and everyone called her a whore and she had to like leave the school. I swear to God. I swear to God. One time when I was in school in India, a guy and a girl disappeared for 2 hours. Nobody knows what happened. Like they were just gone for 2 hours. They were missing. They went for a walk. They were sitting in a car together. Nobody knows. They left for 2 hours. The teachers flipped out so much. They basically had already started slut shaming her while they were gone. They were like, she's gone. Who knows what they could be doing? Anything could be happening. This and that, whatever. They finally reappear. She's so like slut shamed that she had to leave the school. And he was like a little hero. He was just like, oh, this guy, he's a rock and roll. Always making girlfriend. Oh, rock and roll. And dude, the girl had to leave. So I don't know. I've seen a lot of it. Even I remember this great documentary where this girl was talking about living in Bombay and she had a landlord and she was saying that like her friend came over to study 8 p.m. and her friend was over to study. A guy was over at this girl's house to study. 8 p.m. The owner of the house that she was renting, he comes downstairs, knocks on the door, and he goes, "This one can go home now. This is not that kind of house. Okay? This one you have to go." And he made the guy leave. So just something, you know what I mean? Not to downplay, not to insult anyone in the community here, you know, but Yahuvi, I've been, it's pretty rough. Please mourn. I had a chick call me up in Bahrain with a similar story. I bought her a one-way ticket back to Uzbekistan and paid her fine for overstaying her visa. If she would have stayed any longer, pregnancy. Ha! Please mourn. That's great. That's great. Hold up. Trying to click the middle mouse button. Okay, Amish, Playboy Rock and Roll. Yes, Kendon Reed. People just get caught up and forget that the fantasy entertainment creates is not reality. True. Yahubi. I bet he can give food PF head. Okay. Give good head. Okay. I bet he can give good head. Well, I hope we can all give good head. And giving good head is a powerful loving kindness. And let's end on that note and say this is a beautiful, loving community. And make sure that we are the kind of people that give good head. You know what I'm saying? Especially the guys. Looking at you, guys. Looking at you, boys. So make sure that you're on top of that. Jay Gabrew's here. I know, Jay, you missed the whole thing. But don't worry, you can watch it right now. But everyone, thanks for coming. You are loved. God is great. I'm going to turn it off. And we are going to end this stream.